Good morning and welcome to my YouTube video on how to properly use the Saskatchewan Safety Council's website to do the online training that is part of the skills boot camps or Career Connection. So I'm going to assume we'll start with if you've never ever made an account or if you haven't made an account before. There's a couple of ways to do it, but you need to make sure that you are doing the career safety education. They have a whole lot of training on their site. We need to make sure that you are doing what is called career training education. So there's different ways to get there if you've never made the account. Number one, you can click on this tab that says training and then go online and then click on it. And it will ask you if you want, you can do an individual sign up. And if you click that, it asks you to put in some information and then you can make your account. When you do this, I would suggest that as you fill things in, at the very bottom here, you click on the Scott construction. That way, when you're all finished, you can do the Scott training instead of trying to contact one of our members at RDEIC to do that. When it comes to how did you hear about it, you can click whatever you'd like. The other way to get to it, if you've never done it, okay, is to click on free online training, and it will take you to a page that shows you several different training options. There's a whole bunch that we don't need to do that you do not need to do. And please remember, you're going to have to do these in a certain order. At the end of the video, I will tell you the exact order you need to do them, but I can tell you right off the bat, you're always going to start, if you've never done any, with the the new worker readiness course. So that's the one that you're always going to start with. It does take some time. You've got to watch the videos, answer the little quizzes at the end of each section, then you do a longer quiz at the end. Don't skip through the videos. It will not let you take the test at the end unless you go through about 3/4 of it. I'll let you take the test as many times as you want. So if you get it wrong, you can just go back and retake each section's tests as many times as you want. Be aware, sometimes read the questions carefully because some of the questions, there's more than one answer to. So some of them say, click all that apply. Sometimes you don't click all of them and then it tells you got it wrong. And so when you go back to retake the test, you don't have to rewatch the videos to take the test again. You just need to click back a couple of pages, a couple of things that show your progress, and then it just says take the test again. So you can take it as many times as you want. So don't feel bad if you don't get it right the first time. I certainly didn't. So to go back to signing up, this is our second way to sign up. So if you don't click that first one for the online and then career safety education, you can go here, okay, and it'll bring you all down. So click on this, sign up for career safety education, and then it won't ask you for the individual thing, but it'll still take you to the exact same name, email. Make sure you give it the right email, okay, date of birth, school, employer, city, okay, and then also, once again, don't forget, click on the Scott safety training, okay. So I'm going to make a fake account, okay. So I made a brand new email account so I can show you the process. Oop, sorry, no dot. Okay, so I called myself that. There's you need a real email account. You need one that you use that you can get to. Date of birth. You can put whatever for this, doesn't really matter. I'll put that because that's who to work for. Okay, and then the Scott safety training. How did you hear about it? Oh, guidance counselor. Okay. You have to click this opt-in. Okay. And then I'm going to click submit. And then it's going to say, hey, do prove you're not a robot. Okay, so now it will have sent me an email. Okay, so I'm going to go into my fake Gmail that I made. Once you have submitted your information to them with a proper email, they are going to send you a really long email that talks about what you need to do. You need to find this part that has this link, https ssc mclm. Basically, this is their login page. So if you've never created an account, you click on it. Um, it is going to take you back to a page that shows login. It's going to say, who are you? Okay. If I've never been here and I haven't created an account, it doesn't show me that. But what I have to do for the very first time is say, oh, I forgot my password. And then it's going to say, okay, well, make up a like, give me your password. Okay. Put my name in properly would be good. So it's going to do that. It's going to say, okay, I will give you a new password. It's going to send you a request, and then it's going to ask me to check my email again. Okay. And you can't see this page right now, but I'm going back, and it just sent me a password reset. Okay. And it's going to bring me to a page that shows me Saskatchewan Safety Council. It says reset your password. It asks for a new password. Just confirm it. Okay. So I'm going to do that right now. You can't see me doing that, but I'm just going to use this reset page. Okay, so here's the page that tells you to reset your password. So I'm just going to make up a password. You can kind of do whatever you want. It's not super fussy. I'm going to click reset password. I'm going to be like, you can tell it to save. I'm telling it not to save. That doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to go back to logging in now that I've made my new password. I'm going to tell it to remember. Okay, so I have reset it. I logged in, and it's going to take me to this page now, and it actually shows, now that I'm logged in, it's always going to show me my account, right? Profile, my courses, my certificates. So whenever you need to do something, you can come back to here, provided you've always logged in, right? You got to make sure you always find that page that says log in, okay? So I'm just going to log out, and then I'm going to log in again, right? So you're always, when you're first starting, I just always look for this page, right? With this address. Okay. So I told it to remember my password, so it just put me back in. Now yours may not say all these courses down here, just because I've added them already. Actually, no, yours should show all these courses, right? So we're only doing ones that say CSE, right? So once you're in here, you can click on the course. And just going to give it a second. You can see that up here, it takes a few seconds, right? Like it always takes a few seconds for them to load. It's not super fast. Okay, so we'll just give it a few seconds. We'll wait till it comes up. Okay, so now that it's come up, it shows me the new worker. It's got a whole bunch of information. You can see that there's a whole bunch of locks. These locks won't disappear until you do the previous thing. So you have to start with the learning management system. If you go through and try doing all of the course without doing that first, this very first time, if you don't do this learning management system one, Don't watch the video. It won't let you go any further. Like once you're all done, you can finish all the tests and it'll just say you need to go back to the beginning. I made that mistake. So make sure you watch it. But what you end up doing is you watch the video and then they ask you a few questions. You can retake it as many times as you want. Remember, it doesn't matter. Okay. Um, and then basically it goes through a piece at a time. Some of the sections have one or two questions, some only have one question, some have four or five. Um, they always tell you how many points it's worth. So sometimes that's a bit of a hint. Is it might say it's worth 6 points, but there's only three questions, which means that one of the questions probably has more than one answer for it. You go all the way through it, and then you get to the very when you're all done, you have to do a final assessment that was 15 questions. You have to remember some of the things you did, but remember you can retake the test as many times as you want. Okay, once you're finished, you will have certificates. Okay, so right now I don't have anything, but if I had those certificates, when you're done, you need to be able to either email it to me or take a screenshot or take a picture with your phone and text it to me. Somehow I need to have proof that you finished it. Okay, so make sure you do that. And here's the very last part. These are the ones you need to finish, right? So here's a picture of the what I had given you guys before. It has all the information you're going to need about how um, you essentially need to go through the courses. So, new workers readiness first, mental health, WMIS, hearing protection, respiratory protection. After you've done those, then you can either email them, right? You can email them saying you want the Scott safety course, or if you've proven to me you've got them all, I can send you another link with an email to the Scott safety course. Either one works, but you need to some way. Basically, that's the very last one is the Scott safety training. Okay, but you've got to go through them in this order. Make sure you do all the ones that say CSE at the beginning. It's very important, right? You can email them to ask. So email like the safety council and say, I'm all finished. Can I get access to the Scott training? If you finished all of it and you show it to me, I can give you like a login for it. I need your real email. Some of you gave me emails that don't work. So the only way I can assign you the Scott training is if I have an email that works. So you're going to have to email me, like send me a real email that works because I don't have some of your emails, right? I have many of your phones, but I don't have everybody's email. If you need to email it to me and you're like, I don't know your email, RDEIC, okay, you can find us, like just do a Google search, who are we, okay, sorry, you go to the home, and then this is me right here, okay, this guy, Marcel Lorenz at RDIC, okay, so, but you need to give me a real email. If you don't, it's not like I can't send you the Scott information, okay. If you're having trouble with the SAS Safety Council, don't email me or don't text me. I'm afraid I can't help you. It's everything is done on their end. Once you get started, if you run into problems, um, I can try to help, but basically I can't do anything. Like I can't phone them and tell them to fix things in your account and do stuff like that. It's your account. You can call them. Like if you're having a problem and things are not working, you can call them literally here on like they have a toll-free line, okay? They actually have at the bottom of their pages, they have like a toll-free line that you can call. It doesn't cost anything. Someone will help walk you through it. It just has to be during the business day. It can't be at night. They just work during the day. Okay. I hope this answers all your questions. I hope this is going to work for everybody. The main point